Today, I'm gonna take my 37 years of restaurant industry experience and I'm gonna break everything down I've learned on my journey as a restaurant industry lifer. All the mistakes I've made and paid for, and the successes I've had, so I can provide you with a blueprint you can actually execute and use to help you shortcut wherever you are with your business. Okay, if you're an owner, a manager, okay, if you're a bartender, I don't care, whatever. If you wanna learn from someone who's just like you, but has probably been doing it for a lot longer, then you are in the right place. These are the 7 most important lessons you need to build your blueprint and help your restaurant finally turn that corner and rise to the top. Hey there, I am Dave Allred, the Real Barman here from barpatrol.net and restaurantpatrol.net and therealbarman.com. So I've been lucky, okay? I've been put into a unique position, or I should say, I've worked my little fine behind off to put myself into the unique position of being able to speak and build relationships with so many bar and restaurant owners and managers through my business, which I started back in 2011, 2012, when I was still running a bar. Yeah, that's right. I started my own business on the side as a bar inventory auditor, which meant I'd work at my bar until midnight or even 2 a.m., depending on the day of the week, and then I'd drive to a bar who had hired me to manage their inventory in the middle of the night to count their inventory so I could run reports for them, I'd track their inventory, and I would save them a lot of money. All right, but I had to count my client's inventory when the bar is closed. There couldn't be people there, so that meant I had to either go early in the morning or late at night in between running my bar 40 to 50 hours per week. Okay, then I would wake up early, right, take my kids to school because my wife was a school teacher at the time. She'd be gone already. And then I'd come home from dropping them off and I'd go to sleep most of the day and then I'd start all over again. And it was like that. It was like a grind for like 3 years, working 80 hours per week. Okay, until I finally hired my own developers and created my own bar inventory app and software, Bar Patrol, which we now sell worldwide. But the blessing in all of this was that I met and became close with dozens of bar and restaurant owners and managers around the San Francisco Bay Area, and I was able to learn what mistakes they made to the detriment of their restaurants, as well as the things they were doing that had such a big impact on the success of their business. So both sides of the coin, okay? And now being online with my YouTube channel and my Facebook group, I have now spoken with hundreds of owners and managers who simply have so much knowledge. Okay, some of them a lot more than I do. And I don't say this to impress you, like, oh, look at all these people I know, man, like I'm so cool. No, I simply know how lucky I am to have met them all, okay? And I only tell you this so you're aware of the resources I have access to with all these magnificent owners and managers. Maybe some of you, maybe if you're watching now, maybe you're one of them. So I thank you for being a part of that. Okay, it's allowed me to take all of my knowledge and experience and combine it with yours. And now, after 37 years, I'm going to encapsulate all of it into this restaurant success blueprint that you can use to form a strategic plan to sort of systematically renovate your bar or your restaurant and put it onto a path to greatness. All right, does that make sense? All right, so grab some popcorn, grab your notebook, or I don't know, use your photographic memory if you have one, and let's build out this blueprint for you so you can start growing your traffic and growing your sales. Okay, so first off, we need to pull back and look at the blueprint from a bird's eye / satellite in the sky point of view, because whenever you're diving into revamp something or create a new set of goals, you need to determine what your end goal is first, okay, which means you need to work backwards in order to reveal the steps required to achieve that end result. Okay, for the restaurant industry, our end goal, and I guess just about every business's end goal for that matter, is to 1, find customers, okay, and get them into the restaurant. 2, get them as cheap as possible. 3, get those customers to come back as frequently as possible. And then 4, get them to spend more when they do come in. Okay, that's the plan. It's really that simple, but executing it isn't always that easy if you don't know what's important. Okay, so let's find out what's important. Okay, let's get to the lessons. Lesson number 1, grab their attention. Okay, right now, 95% of people in your area do not know that you exist. Okay, your job is to holler and shout and kick and scream to get them to know that you exist. Okay, it's like you're in a giant arena with your competitors and you're all waving your flags and you're competing to get people's attention in your area. Okay, so to win that attention, like that attention grabbing war that's going on, you need to have a bigger and brighter flag, which means you need to have a bigger online presence than your competition. 93% of people look online for where to eat before they go out to eat. So when they go online, okay, not if, but when they go online and search for restaurants near me, the question is, one, will they find you? And two, if they do find you, will they like what they see? Okay, so to grab attention and to get their eyebrows raised, you first need to have quality reviews, and you need to have a lot of them. Okay, high quality and high quantity reviews pushes your restaurant higher in the search results, which means you are getting a lot more eyes on your restaurant. Okay, in fact, if you aren't showing up on page 1 of the search results, you will rarely get seen. It's really that simple. Better search results equals more traffic, which equals more sales. All right, so job number 1 is to pump up your reviews, hopefully through an automated process. Job 2 for grabbing attention is to make sure your SEO or your search engine optimization is spot on by making sure your Google business profile is filled out and up to date, and that your website is properly optimized with keywords and pictures on your menu items. There's a lot to this. For more on this, I do have a video on teaching SEO for your restaurant that you can go check out. But the owners and managers I know who have improved this area of their business have seen significant jump in traffic and sales. All right, on to lesson number 2, which is showmanship and service. All right, how are you going to differentiate yourself? Okay, not only from your competitors around you and in your city, but from your competitors all over the world. Okay, because when people walk into your restaurant, they are comparing your food and your drinks and your service and your novelty and your showmanship and your dining experience to every restaurant they've ever been to, not just your local ones. Okay, and if you want people to come back again and again and turn them into regulars, which is the long-term objective here, you need to think of your restaurant as a stage, and that for every guest that comes in and takes a seat, you and your staff are putting on the greatest show on earth. Okay, I've literally trained people in restaurants I work with to do this. I tell them that once they clock in, to pretend that they are actors in a show. Okay, they can be any character they want as long as that character is happy and full of compassion and good at their job. Okay, to a point. All right, we don't want someone like faking their identity and trying to use like a horrible British accent.
Do I make you horny, baby?
All right, but a little flair is fine, and it actually keeps your staff engaged. Okay, because listen, your customer's number 1 reason for coming in is not the food and drinks, believe it or not. Okay, it's just not. It's for an amazing experience, so they can forget all about their crappy life problems, if just for an hour. Okay, and it's your job to deliver that unforgettable experience. Okay, because if on that day they came in and like the dish they ordered was just okay, or they had a hair in their salad, they're gonna forgive all that for great showmanship. Because in the end, they may not remember exactly what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. All right, emotion is royalty. And I can't tell you how many restaurants I go to restaurants all the time and they're just going through the motions. It's awful. And I know I got my censor on because I'm in this business, but they really are. They're just going through the motions. There's no showmanship whatsoever. All right, then part 2 of showmanship is separate from your staff putting on a show. Part 2 is, what do you do or what do you offer that is unforgettable? All right, what's going to make you stand out amongst all that white noise out there, all those waving flags out there? Okay, and I call this novelty, and it can be subtle or it can be blatantly obvious. Okay, for instance, there's a place called Dick's Last Resort. Maybe you heard of it. They have more than one location, but the one I've been to is in San Diego. And at Dick's, people throw balled up napkins at each other the entire time they're eating. Okay, it doesn't matter if they know each other or not. Okay, so if you're eating there, you've accepted the terms, which is that it's perfectly acceptable to throw things at strangers. Okay, now that's an extreme example. Other examples include like pour your own wine and beer, which has become very popular, or serving high-end flights like whiskey or scotch that people maybe have never heard of. There's a place in Seattle called the Seattle Blind Cafe where you dine in complete pitch darkness. All right, and whether you like that idea or not, okay, you have to admit that's unforgettable. You're not going to forget that experience. All right, and how about the Beauty Bar, which is a place where you can order a martini and get a manicure at the same time? All right, and then there's always one of my favorites, which is a good old-fashioned speakeasy. There's one here in San Francisco near where I live that I love. It's called Bourbon and Branch, and they require you to give a password in the back alley before you can even enter. And then when you go in, they have all these like secret rooms and Scooby-Doo bookcases that open. It's awesome. And then to get the weekly password, you have to belong to their secret VIP club, of course. And then they email it to you. And now you're on their list. Okay, we're going to talk more about the VIP club in a moment. But do you get my point? You use novelty to get people talking about your place. Okay, and it doesn't have to be crazy if you don't want. All right, but why not have something that is unforgettable? Okay, like the bar that I used to run, we had the Big Ass Mule. Okay, it's a giant Moscow Mule in a giant Moscow Mule mug. People loved it. All right, they could share it, and others would come in just to have it because they'd heard about it. It was word of mouth. Okay, or a secret menu. They have a menu that you can watch on Secret Menu. People love a secret menu, and I could just go on and on forever, but I will stop there. Just remember, when it comes to showmanship and service, the only thing you should be asking yourself is, what can I do to serve my guests and make them happy? Okay, that's it. What can I do to help them forget all of their problems and make them smile? Okay, how can I be a humanitarian and forget about myself for a while, put my ego away, and just make them happy? Because when you come from that mindset and you help others get what they want, which in this case is joy and a great experience, you'll automatically get what you want. It's just the law of the universe. All right, that was kind of a long lesson. On to lesson 3, you must have a great product. Okay, in this case, that means food and drinks. Okay, and I did not pull this lesson from the secret vault of business genius or the minds of the owners I know. This one's obvious. If you don't have a great product, your showmanship, though noble, will not save you. Okay, so if you do not have a professional chef and a great head bartender to put together unique and quality menus with quality ingredients, okay, you're putting yourself at risk. And I'm sure you know this, but the question is, are you executing it? Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. I can't like create your menus for you, but it needs to be in your blueprint. So that's just a quick lesson, but it's an important one. Okay? Lesson number 4, marketing. Do not underestimate the importance of marketing and the importance of doing it right. Okay, first off, stop advertising on the radio or the TV. Okay, stop sending out print mail or doing print advertising at all. Okay, the only thing you should be printing up is a QR code to put on your tables. Okay, stop spending unnecessary time posting on Facebook and Instagram and expecting anyone to see it. Okay, and I'm not saying you shouldn't post. You should have posts on there when people do come to your page. Just don't spend a lot of time on it because only 2 to 3% of your followers are going to see your posts because Facebook wants you to run and pay for ads. Okay, and this lesson has nothing to do with Facebook ads. I will cover that in another video for those of you who want to go that route. But this marketing strategy I'm talking about right now is a simple and powerfully effective way to market your restaurant to get more people in and keep them coming back forever. And it doesn't take thousands of dollars per month, and it doesn't take hours of time to do. Okay, it's as simple as this. 1, have a compelling offer to get your guests into your VIP club. Okay, and that means give away something for free. Okay, free appetizer, free dessert, free entree, whatever you want. In exchange, they give you their information. They give you your name, their name, phone number, email, and birthday. Okay, now you have them in your database and you can market to them for next to nothing. All right, 2, once they have eaten at your place, you're gonna ask them for a review. Okay, 70% of people said they would be happy to provide a review for a business if asked. you're going to want to automate this process so you and your staff don't have to personally and verbally ask for a review for each and every one of your guests. That would be exhausting. Okay, this is exactly what we do at Restaurant Patrol. This is why you need automated marketing software to do this for you, and then your reviews simply blow up automatically. All right. 3, you're going to use rewards and loyalty program to incentivize them to come back and spend money at your place. This way, your VIP club members can earn points and then redeem those points for special offers, for free food, for buy one, get one free, free tickets to your events if you have them, whatever you want. It gets them excited. Okay? And then 4, we're going to use long-term text and email nurture series to get them to come back again and again. Okay? The cheapest and lowest cost customers you will ever have are your regulars who already love you. So your biggest marketing objective is to build as many regulars as you can. Okay, and you remember number 2 and number 3 on the big picture list at the start of this video? Acquire customers as cheaply as possible and get them to come in as frequently as possible. Okay, this is going to widen your profit margins by a long stretch. Okay, and these 4 steps are all you really need in order to grow a massive restaurant business. It really is. Forget about all the other marketing tactics out there. I mean, yeah, you can run promotions, you can run theme nights. Those are great for getting people in on slow nights. But the best part about that is that you're using your text and email to get them there because they're already on your VIP list. And it costs almost nothing to do that. And now your place is packed. Okay, it is the secret to giant success, these 4 steps. Okay, and as they say, the money is in the list. So it's important that you build that. All right, moving on to lesson number 5, systems. Okay, and if you watch any of my other restaurant management videos, you'll know that this is what I preach the most. Okay, and we're talking about a blueprint here today, which is in itself a system. It is a detailed plan or guide that outlines the design and the construction and the execution of a project. Okay, and you're laying out your business in front of you with this blueprint so you can see the path that you must take to get where you want to be. Okay, and once you have that plan in place, like the big system, which is what the blueprint is the big picture system, and all the pieces fit, now you must put in subsystems in place so that it runs itself. Okay, so what is a system exactly? Well, it's a structured and repeatable set of processes and procedures that a business uses to operate efficiently and consistently. All right, that's it. And of all the successful restaurants I've found, they use systems in one manner or another. All right, well, let's talk about some examples of what a system is. All right, some examples are operational systems, which are procedures for day-to-day activities such as like inventory management, order processing, and customer service. Okay, there's marketing systems, which are strategies and processes for attracting and retaining customers, including all the marketing tactics we just talked about. There's financial systems, which are procedures for managing finances, including budgeting and accounting and invoicing and financial reporting. There's human resource systems. These are procedures for hiring and training and evaluating and managing employees. Okay, when you put systems in place, there's no more ambiguity or excuses for things not getting done the way you want them to be done. Okay, when great systems are put into place, the employees run the systems and the systems run the restaurant, which allows the business to be more efficient and make more money while allowing the owner and managers to spend more time growing the business. It's just one big snowball effect. Okay, lesson number 6. This one's a little bit unusual. You need to take big swings. What does that mean? Well, if you want what others don't have, then you need to do what others won't do. And I swear to you that 90% of the restaurant industry has owners and managers who are terrified to step outside their comfort zone and take big swings for the fence. They are so afraid to strike out that they sit there without ever stepping outside that zone and they squeak out their 3 to 6% profit. Okay, and if that's what you want, then just keep doing exactly what you're doing, because I'll tell you what happens to small thinking, scared people in business. Number 1, they don't learn anything. Okay, big swingers, even if they fail, learn how not to do something so they can do it right the next time. All right, they break through those fears and those mistakes. 2, you become a leader in your industry instead of a follower, right? You start to think of big ideas when it comes to showmanship and novelty, like we talked about. Your mind opens to new possibilities because you're looking for them. Okay, you become more creative and confident in your decisions, which leads to number 3, because you're a leader, you start to attract talent. People want to work for the guy or the gal who is building something big, who's creating a culture that is meaningful. Okay, business owners who are afraid to swing big don't risk much, but they remain small and unhappy, I guarantee you. Okay, in fact, I'll leave you with this. There was a Cornell study that they did in which they asked thousands of older people who were on their deathbeds what their biggest regret was looking back on their lives. And 76% of them said that their biggest regret was that they didn't reach their potential because they were either too passive or too scared. That's 3/4 of the population. All right, don't be in that 76%. All right, lesson number 7, the last lesson, use technology to your advantage. And I led you into this one on purpose because so many owners and managers I know are scared to buy into technology because they either think it's unnecessary expense or because they don't understand it. Okay, but you can't lean on the concept or the axiom that, we're an old-fashioned restaurant with old-fashioned values and we've been doing things the same way for 50 years and we ain't changing. You are going to die if you think that way. We just talked about taking big swings and going for it. You can't live in fear that technology is expensive or that it's too intimidating and you don't want to learn how to use it. All right, other restaurants will kill you because they are drawing in more customers, they will be more efficient, they will have lower costs, and they'll be pumping out way more sales. You need to be that other restaurant because the restaurant industry in general is slow to adapt to modern technology. So you can be the one crushing those around you instead of being the one getting crushed. All right, with that being said, what sort of technology should you be focusing on to help you grow your restaurant? Well, 1, great POS system. All right, 2, restaurant marketing automation software. 3, inventory management software. 4, scheduling software. 5, online ordering. 6, rewards and loyalty programs. 7, order and pay at the table. Okay, maybe this seems daunting to you, but once you put them into place, these technologies are not only going to help you systemize your business, they're going to save you thousands of dollars and thousands of hours in labor. All right, bring your business into the 21st century and stop resisting or you're going to get run over. All right, now, are these the only 7 tactics and lessons you need to be successful? No, of course not. That would be a 6-hour video, but these are the tactics and strategies that will have the most impact on your restaurant business right now, based on my 37 years of experience and the thousands of years of experience from the hundreds of owners and managers I know who have been through and seen it all and been willing to share it with me. Okay, if you will sit down, take a day and write out a plan, the blueprint that you can step back and look at, it's going to help you see the path you need to follow in order to get where you want to be. All right, and then you need to break it down from there and set goals and details about the actions that you're going to take to make it happen. And I promise you that day will not be wasted. Okay, writing things down gets them out of your head and in front of you so you can visualize it. And when you can visualize it, you can execute it. And when you execute it, you're going to have a lot more time and money to do whatever that you want in your life. All right, so remember to check out this video for more awesome tips on marketing. I hope this helped you in one way or another. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. I am going to see you next time. I'm out.